Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. What the, hey? Hey, everybody. Now, let me put this here. We're inking a page today. Let's see, I already posted a drawing to social media, my daily drawing. Let me show you. I did this little plant guy. So there you go. Feed me, Seymour. And then I did an online mass today. So that was nice. I do that every day. But let's see. So now I got to do this page. I don't have a lot of time. I got a hard out at 10:30, so I've got an alarm that's going to go off. So I've got a little over an hour, so I'm just going to get into it. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. All right, got my ink poured, got my tea. We're starting a new scene today. This is the original page 35. I think it's actually page 37 because of that 2-page scene I did recently on the last stream. I did because it was added in. So from here on out, all the page numbers are technically off. Because after I drew the whole book, I went back in and I added probably a total of 10 pages. Throughout the book. 10 or 12. Kind of beef up some scenes. I didn't send out links on Facebook or Twitter like I often do. I haven't been doing that lately because if somebody comes in here and I'm chatting with them, it's going to slow me down and I need to pick up the pace. I'm slow enough as it is because I start talking about something like They Might Be Giants' new album or something, and it really is a distraction. So I need to draw. I am also going to get really into discipline. Again, I feel it coming on, which is good. 2019, I was really into discipline. I was about as disciplined as I'd ever been. I was animating a 16-minute cartoon. I always say someday I'll upload that to this channel, but I gotta keep kicking that down the road for the time being, because it's gonna take some time to make a little to make presentable. It's just got audio stuff that I'll have to dig in and adjust, and I don't ever seem to have time for that. But Yeah, 2019 was about as disciplined as I've ever been. I was animating that. I started doing my daily drawings, but only I kept up with it way more rigorously than I do these days. But my paying job is usually what interferes with that. But sometimes it's just me being sleepy, which is sometimes a result of my paying job, but sometimes I'm just a lazy guy. And 2020 was still pretty productive for me, I feel. I was writing and penciling this book. And I would often do 2 pages a day. I thought I was going to be able to ink it faster than penciling it, but that hasn't been the case so far. So I figured, all the planning, a majority of the planning had been done. But I think part of it is that I'm trying to ink the whole thing on stream for like posterity's sake. But there's often times where I want to ink, but can't exactly stream. So I don't know. I don't know if that's something I should hold fast to. Sometimes. But I was also keeping in 2019. I was keeping a low carb diet, like a loose. It was like a loose keto diet, and you know, I was just taking on all these good. I was trying to be the best, the best version of myself that I could be in any way I could think of, and I was really really owning. Oh, also 2019, I didn't drink a drop of alcohol. In fact, I think it was a couple days into 2020 that I finally uh, took a sip of alcohol again. I was just trying to be more productive, and I think that really helped. And I just feel like I need that kind of gumption again. So it's 9:30 in the morning. I've been going since about 6:30. Is that right? I think. I haven't done a stream this early in a long time. So right now I am drawing Cruxworks Poison Factory, which is where Bonehead works. I don't know what's with these big old turbines sticking out of the building. I guess I just thought it was cool. Ooh. Logical? No idea. Jiminy, tomorrow is my nephew's 5th birthday. I wanted to order him a present. But you know what? I still haven't gotten my new debit card. So I had to deactivate my old one because it had gotten hacked. And I'm still waiting on the new one to arrive. So I might just have to just find a present the old-fashioned way. Walk into a store, pick something out from a finite selection of objects. Rip off. I want an infinite selection of objects to choose from. Dude, not having a debit card really feels like moving through the world with my hands cut off. But I am saving money. Because like none of these things that none of these charges that come out monthly are going through. Which is fine. It's not like so far it's been nothing that's caused me any grief. And I should get the new one any day now. Probably today. I sincerely hope today. They said it would be about 10 days. And today is the 10th day, if I'm not mistaken. So I sincerely hope it comes today. But I won't know until like 7 p.m. Also, I wanted to back a Kickstarter today, one that I missed out on last time, for the Etherington brothers. They do the How to Think When You Draw books. I mean, it's all for free on their website, but they've got like hardbound books that they put out. So they've got a Kickstarter for How to Think When You Write, Volume 2, on Kickstarter right now. And there's a tier where I can get where you can get the 4 volumes of How to Think When You Draw, and it's just under like $200. I think it's like in US dollars. I think it was like 176. I really wanted to back that. But there's only 9 hours left in the campaign, so I'm going to miss out, I think. But check it out if you're watching this on November 5th before. No, it's less than 9 hours now. It's probably like 6 hours. Okay. Oh. Need a point on this brush. That's kind of pointy. Okay. I think I got a point. Right. Okay. So what's going on there? Oh, that's fencing. Little smokestacks or something. Well, the other thing is, I mentioned I've been gaining weight. and I'm like, I'm pushing 150 pounds, which is the heaviest I've ever weighed. So I think I am gonna try and do the low carb thing again. Somebody actually commented yesterday that they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. You look like you gained some weight." Thanks. So I was already a little self-conscious about it. Not that that's the thing. I'm still like a generally skinny-looking guy, I guess. Okay. Then we do this. So this would also go to black, right? Then this wall, then that wall. Okay, we'll do it. I'm committing. How's that looking? Yeah. I gotta look up at the screen every once in a while. It kind of gives me a. It's kind of better than just looking at it on the page for me. I get a. Maybe because it's flipped. I'm just kind of seeing it in a different, like with fresh eyes that way. It helps. It's flipped on the screen, that is, for me when I look up. Oh. So. do. There we go. Okay. I'm going to make that solid, or at least to a point. How about that? I'll do it there. Let's tighten up this brush. Tighten. Tighten. It's not as tight as I want it to be. A little wonky, but manually make a point with my hands. There we are. That's what the doctor ordered. He ordered a Winsor Newton Series 7 Kolinsky Sable size 2 brush. He's a hobbyist doctor. Okay. Man, I saw yesterday magazine headline saying that Alec Baldwin's going to prison for 18 months. I forget what magazine it was, but it also said this was no accident. That's concerning. I felt so bad for him, but I don't know. They always tell you, like, don't point guns at anybody. I mean, like, I know it was some manner of prop, but the rule is you don't point it at anything you don't want to shoot. And I don't know. That whole story is so wild. But there, like, shouldn't somebody else be held accountable for this firearm? I don't. You know, I'm only reading the headlines, but that doesn't fall squarely on him necessarily, does it? Like, isn't there somebody else accountable for for the futility of what's loaded into this gun? I don't know. Poor Alec Baldwin. I don't know. Poor everybody. Poor everybody on Earth. Everything. Poor that director. Oh, what a what a tragedy. I forget her name. I'm sorry to say, but I barely read about this at all. But that's such a tragedy. That breaks my heart. Okay. So, okay. So last detail on the building itself. Whew. Okay. Little walkway. Walk down beyond the walkway. Lead me to the building. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You ever see that? There's a video made by Liam Lynch for a Dan Deacon recording. Where I think he was on drugs and just. I think I read that he was on drugs in a closet recording himself. And it's just a nutty track where he's just rambling insanely. There's some good Dan Deacon stuff out there. He's an electronic musician. He's out of his mind. I mean, not literally. I mean, he's just like he's thinking differently than us. But he's got some fun music. Some of it's like, I think I have a recording of his that's like 10 minutes of just one note. Yeah, he's that kind of guy. Or just like maybe even like half an hour of a sine wave kind of, pretentious stuff, art stuff. No, but he's got some really fun music though too. I forget what it is. I think it's on the album Spider-Man of the Rings. It might be on some EP though. He's got a track. No, it might. I think it's on something else. I think it's on Twacky Cats. Whatever. But there's some track where like I think I didn't realize it until the end of the track. You can't quite tell, but underneath the whole track, he's just got a looped recording of Beavis and Butthead's laugh. Just like playing underneath the whole track. Oh, I think I mentioned big, and how I played it on like top volume and left the room just to shut my neighbor up one night when I was in a bad mood. But big was used as the theme for Liam Lynch's podcast, his video podcast called Lynchland, which I also recommend checking out. He just makes like 3D models of stuff, and then he like made a show where eventually it was just like he would do like full episodes of him like in fake settings, and just like it was like an episode of a TV show, but it was like all made by him, and it's like him in this 3D like in this CGI world, and then he'd have buddies of his like dress up as ape men and stuff. Oh, it was so cool. Liam Lynch is an interesting guy. I haven't checked him out at all in a long dang time. But the Lynchland podcast was really cool. I liked that a lot. I was probably watching that and downloading those episodes. Probably 2006, I want to say, like around the time I was finishing high school. Maybe it was later than that, but I think this was a mistake outlining the links in this patch of the fence. whatever. Pardon me. Okay. Mama. Sorry, something just popped up. Okay. Okay. Trying to imply these hills. Let's see. I don't know, I'm getting sloppier on this as I go. Jiminy Joseph. I've still got half an hour or so. I didn't realize I had one set at 10 o'clock as well. Okay. Let's make this a little bolder. Okay, and then No, I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. Then we've got Bonehead sneaking in because he's sneaking in late. Let's see. He skates to work because it's the city, and I just wanted him to have some kind of at the top of the book. I wanted to make, I wanted to add some interest to the character. So I just kind of. It's like, what don't I see typically? Like I thought about doing like having him skateboard to work. I was like, I've seen that. What's something a little different that he could do? And actually, I was originally gonna have him like run and catch a taxi, but I just thought, you know, having something different would be. I wanted to try and come up with something more interesting. And I landed on skates. Basin. Okay, so not sure how far I'll get on this page. If it's possible, I would like to come back later tonight and do another, finish this page as needed and do another page like around 8 p.m. my time, Central Time. I don't want to promise things that I want to get out of that habit. That I get these ideas in my head with what I want to do ideally, and then it doesn't pan out. But that's what I want to do tonight. Let's come back on later. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to, but you know how things work out sometimes. So, and then what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday, and it's a busy day. I don't know if I'll get on tomorrow. It's like I say, it's my nephew's birthday party tomorrow. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Apple, leave me alone. Stuff keeps popping up on my screen. All right. Someone once asked me why I make one eye bigger than the other. Like there was this online thing called Joe Cartoon. I don't really know much about it, but it was back in the day, and I think they always did like one eye bigger than the other. I don't really do that. It's a dimensional thing. Like his other eye is farther away. It's slightly small. I don't know. So somebody maybe I was sloppier when I was younger, but I that wasn't my intention to make one eye bigger than the other ever. It was all for me. It was always just like a dimensional thing. That was always the intention, anyway. I don't think I'm going to throw his shadow down on the ground that I have penciled. Because, well, all this shadow is because these are glass doors, you know. Jim and me. Okay. I think I'm going to do like a little frame, which means I'll have to cover that up a bit, white that out a bit. It'll just make more sense this way. Can't just have a pane of glass as a door, right? I mean, I'm no expert on nothing, but okay, whatever. Okay. I always come back to these later on and fix them. Pardon me? There he is, tossing his... Dang it, I don't want to do this. Does that work? I'll allow it. Okay. So he's tossing his skates into his locker. It's one thing that gets in the way of storytelling for me sometimes. It's like, okay, now I have this prop. How the heck do I get rid of it? Like in the diner scene before this, he takes off his helmet and skates over to his girlfriend. I don't put it on the page, but I'd show him take his helmet off at least, and I think it's just implied that he leaves it at the front of the restaurant, because I didn't want to draw him wearing a helmet throughout the whole scene. He keeps the skates on, but could I have done the scene with him wearing his helmet? Probably. I guess I just like this the subject matter. I don't want him wearing a helmet during this scene. It just would feel kind of stupid to me. Okay. This whole stream, I've just had these new They Might Be Giants songs rolling around in my head. Uh, so Book, the new album, it's their second full-length EP or LP to have all the songs over 2 minutes long, because they do a lot of short tracks. So the other one being The Else from 2011, I want to say. No, 2008. Yeah, definitely not 2011. Let's see. It is from 2007. Which is the same year, come to think of it, I got my driver's license. I was 20 that year. I graduated in 06. Right? No, I don't know. Well, I guess it was probably 2008 I turned 20, right? I was born in 87. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Math. Who needs it? I was never good at math. But I always found math fascinating. The thing that fascinates me about math is it's perfect. And it would be perfect with or without mankind, right? I mean, it's like it's true, eternally true. So I have this respect for math. But I don't care for it as well simultaneously. Okay. Oh, the next panel has Charlie the Crow on it. I don't know if I'll get to it, but Charlie the Crow makes a couple appearances in this book. He's just like a workplace snitch. I don't know if I don't know if I put this in the book, but I would often call him Charlie the Rat, who is a crow. I don't think that actually made the book. I mean, I could always edit the dialogue. I'm going to be editing like all the dialogue until I'm finished with this book. Okay. Douche. That kind of that word. I wasn't trying to be foul there. All right, it's time to go. I gotta wash this brush before I do, so I'm gonna take off immediately. Love you. Be good to yourself. Be good to the people around you. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Forever. No.